So some price targets out there. We have former SPAC CLARIVATE, that's ticker CLVT, getting a $30 price target and a buy rating from Jefferies. This is one of the better performing SPACs of 2020. It's been over $20 for a while. We talked about it during our March SPACness tournament, and it was one that I wanted to dive more into. So nice price target and initiation here. Then we have PLBY, better known as Playboy. Got the SPAC deal done earlier this year. It's also being linked as an NFT play, getting a $28 price target and a buy rating from Concord out there. So, interesting that Playboy is actually, one of the better performing SPACs post-merger in 2021. So again, keep an eye on this one. Strong brand recognition, obviously, licensing power. And then, as I said, and I have, written an article about, they are working on NFTs and believe that they have, valuable content there going forward. And then Fisker, FSR, which I am long shares, getting an equal weight $17 price target from Barclays. Fisker's had quite the run in 2021. It has come down. So it looks like Barclays, calling this on, valuation, $17 price target. For me, Fisker is more of a long-term story. They're pre-production right now. They need to get that first vehicle out, but they do have that exciting partnership with Magna International to help make those vehicles. So no concerns there from me, and we'll see what Fisker has in store for the rest of the year. SBG, which is merging with Owlet. We, of course, had the founder of the company on our show. This is the smart technology for babies. They appointed the former CEO of Livongo to the board of directors. So Livongo is a telehealth company. So to me, that's a great addition there, right? When we had him on, he talked about, expanding into other areas and to where that smart sock monitor on the baby's ankle, you can, now be able to connect that directly to the health charts. And, if you need to, you can call a doctor and get that telehealth platform going directly from your home, where they can see and monitor, all those stats. So to me, that's a very key addition. And I think we see more from the company in that space going forward. So keep an eye out on this one, guys, if it's not already on watch. Then we have RIDE, R-I-D-E, Lordstown Motors. They unveiled two beta endurance pickup trucks. Again, this company has been hit, by some short reports and some concern. Did show off pictures of those endurance pickup trucks. For me, I'd like to see, the production kick in. I'd like to see the actual order numbers, because again, there was some concern over, which were hard orders versus just letters of intent. So let's keep an eye out on RIDE. One of the big movers today is QS. So that's QuantumScape, pre-revenue battery company. So shares are trading higher after they announced that they met a technical milestone that was the condition for $100 million additional investment from Volkswagen Group. So Volkswagen's been a backer of QuantumScape, but part of investing further into them was hitting a milestone. QuantumScape hitting that milestone, so getting an additional $100 million in equity from the company. So keep an eye out, on that one. Again, this company is several years away from revenue, but it's got some big backing and big names. We have VLDR, Velodyne Lidar, also moving higher today. They announced a multi-year agreement with AGM Systems to use the LiDAR sensor in unmanned aerial vehicle mapping solutions. I'm not as familiar with AGM Systems, but it looks like people are, liking that news with VLDR trading higher. And then we have THBR merging with Indie Semiconductor. I do own shares of THBR. Company was on Mad Money last night, and this is an interesting one, right? Because it's a semiconductor play. It's a chip play. So anyone who follows the news knows that we have a shortage of chips in the auto sector. So Kramer and the CEO really dove into how is Indie going to help, bridge that gap and help with the chip shortage that we do have. So, impressive, interview there, and THBR trading higher on that news. And then XL Fleet, they announced earnings last night. So earnings per share, minus 0.06, which actually beat an estimate of minus 0.09. Sales of 10.9 million, coming in shy of a $12.1 million estimate. And then the big disappointment again was first quarter sales they see of $1 million. So this turns into another former SPAC that merged. And once those first earnings come out, they come in way different than what was projected in that investor presentation. So XL falling on the news. This is one that I owned pre-merger. When it was PIC, we had that run up in the 30s and $40. I sold in that range. This one has just gotten hammered since that deal went through. And again, this is an electrification play, but this has also been the target of short reports and questions about those orders and letters of intent. So for that reason, it makes me want to stay away at this time. But I do think there is some value as an electrification play with that, Biden infrastructure plan that we did get more news on.